So here's the thing, I love The Sims. It may not be the most action-packed or exciting game series out there, but if you just want to chill out and do some life simulation without much work, then it's the place to be. It's hard to explain, but there's just something about watching these Sims get careers, buy a house, find love, gain happiness. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, that's it, living vicariously. In my opinion, The Sims 3 was the peak of the franchise, and that is 100% because of my insatiable nostalgia for the game. I just can't help it. I keep reinstalling and replaying the game basically every year. However, eventually, the base game will get a bit boring. Playing the same town over and over will eventually start to get boring. I said the same goddamn thing 3 times. Playing in the same town over and over will eventually start to get repetitive. So what is one to do when you want to do something else for once? Well, the solution is simple. Expansion packs. Or DLC as we call them now. The Sims 3 had a total of 11 major expansion packs, not counting the 8 stuff packs. Which one to buy? These days they're all on Steam for about $20, and buying them all would cost a whopping $380? And that's without tax, or the extra $20 that it needs to buy The Sims 3 itself. So if you want Sims 3 Deluxe, you need to pay up $400 plus tax. That's absurd! So I've decided to go out and rank all of the expansions, so you can know the worth of these packs. I'm basically going to rank them based on how much you get for that $20 price tag. The more additions to the game, the higher on the ranking it goes. This is The Sims 3 Expansion Packs Ranked. So before we begin, let's discuss the stuff packs. I'm not going to discuss these individually, so let's just say they're all going in D tier. As cool as some of these ideas may be, at the end of the day, all these just add are more furniture and clothing. In other words, things that are purely cosmetic. Like, wow, a tie-in with the fashion company Diesel. I'm so glad I paid $20 for more types of jeans. But yeah, all of these pretty much are worthless and add nothing. Except, strangely enough, town life stuff, which not only adds a few more businesses to towns, but also allows you to buy lots of land and make your own businesses. I don't even know if this is considered a stuff pack, it should really be more of a normal expansion, but fair enough, let's just pretend it's on A tier and move on to the actual expansion packs. The first expansion pack released for The Sims 3 was World Adventures, released on November 18th, 2009. This expansion added 3 whole new areas for Sims to vacation to. France, Egypt, and China. Already we kinda have a bit of an issue. While the worlds are well made, and not to mention goddamn 3 maps, you can't pick those areas to be your home at the start of the game, which is definitely a bummer. But the maps are nice, and the 3 added skills, martial arts, photography, and nectar making, are something new to do, so we're gonna put it on B and move along. Oh, also there are mummies now. After that came Ambitions on June 1st, 2010. It added 5 new careers: investigator, ghost hunter, firefighter, architect, and stylist. It also added new hobbies: sculpting, tattooing, and inventing, as well as a whole new starting map, Twinbrook. And this is more what I'm talking about. It gives new jobs that give you more control over your Sims while they work, new hobbies that can lead you to a bunch of new situations, and a whole new town to run around and explore. When I think of a Sims 3 expansion, this is kinda what I'm talking about. It expands on the simulation aspect of the game while also making it more fun. We're early on, but I think we already got our first S tier. Next came Late Night on October 26, 2010. It had a new map, the only urban map you can get for Sims 3, which is a little bullshit. Honestly, that's the main draw of this expansion pack. Yeah, you get film as a new career in the celebrity system, basically meaning you get some neat benefits if you're a celebrity, but that's about it. Oh yeah, I also had fucking vampires for some reason. I don't know why, at least mummies in World Adventures made sense since you were raiding Egyptian tombs. Vampires are just kinda thrown in there to give you an expansion, more stuff I guess. That being said, if you want an urban environment, you gotta get it. But since this is basically just $20 for a new map and a few extra perks, I'm giving it a C. After Late Night came Generations, possibly the most forgettable of the expansion packs. This added some new stuff for Sims to do before they reach adulthood, like prom, tree houses, and other bullshit like that. While it is nice to add a bit more of that life simulation goodness, let's just be real, most of it doesn't really mean all that much. I mean, you can get a new job, daycare, but most of this stuff here is just kinda, oh, that's neat. I won't want to say it's fully worthless, as there is some cool stuff here if you want it, so I'm just gonna have to put it in C tier, but just know it barely escaped D. This one sort of strikes me as the type of thing where they had an idea for an expansion pack based on kids and teens, only to realize that kids and teens don't really have as much freedom as adults, and they just kinda got fucked over. Soon after, Sims 3 Pets was released, and guys, this is what I'm talking about. The Sims 3 Pets added a new pet system, which is honestly pretty cool. Pets, unlike Sims, have their own unique set of needs that need to be fulfilled, which means you're basically playing a slightly different game when you're taking control of animals. Not to mention, there's 3 different types of pets you can control, wild animals that you can find, as well as even more smaller pets that you can get. This also comes with new furniture for your animals to interact with, on top of making a brand new map. Guys, this is S tier, no doubt in my mind. And don't worry, just because you're playing as animals, that doesn't mean that you're a furry.
Yeah, okay, furry. Tell me again how many animals you've played with?
Fuck off, Tosh, no I'm not- Next up is Showtime! D tier. Yeah, this is getting the straight D. I really had to wrestle between this getting C and D for a bit because it does give you a new map and a few new careers and stuff, but in my opinion they're pretty lame. And to me, Starland Shores, the new map, is just very generic. Jobs are pretty uninteresting as well. So yeah, D tier. Sorry. Supernatural, the expansion pack, not the show, came next, and I'm kinda split on this one. Because, yeah, it does add quite a bit. A new map, as well as a whole bunch of new magical creatures to play as with their own unique mechanics. But a lot of them don't act all that different from humans, unlike animals. Like, a vampire is basically just a human, but instead of eating food, he drinks blood juice. Ooh. Now, this isn't to say that they're all like that, but like, you get my point. Alright, here's the thing. The Sims has always been a hyperized version of the real world. Like, it's a simulation, but wacky slapstick can still happen. But, to me at least, The Sims is a simulation first and a slapstick game second. Because that's my stance, to me this expansion kinda goes against the idea of The Sims as a whole. But then again, that's just me and I could be the outlier here. I guess the amount of what you get can make up for it, and especially if you want something like this, so let's just put it in A tier. Remember when I said that Generations was the most forgettable Sims 3 expansion? I was wrong. That goes to Seasons. Seasons, man, what the hell does this even add? Well, very little. So, firstly, yes, it does add the 4 seasons, which it repeats around depending on how you set it in the options. So it could be 7 days, 14 days, on and on and on. It also adds holidays and seasonal festivals, and some other weather features like snow and stuff, but it's like, really, that's pretty uninteresting, boring stuff. It doesn't really change all that much anyways, and what few things it adds, it just doesn't really amount to much. And yeah, this really isn't worth $20 at all. This one's going right into D tier. University Life. That's the expansion that came up next. This expansion allows your sim to, well, go to university. That is pretty neat. There are a few drawbacks. For example, when you send your sim to university, you can only control that one sim, since it's in a different world. That's kinda fucking lame. Unless you're playing alone, you're basically missing out on the majority of your fellow sims since they're unplayable. It's still kinda cool if you want it, so let's put it in B tier. Well made and has good stuff, but not really that excellent execution. Island Paradise is just a lamer version of World Adventures. It adds a new vacation map too, but it's just a single tropical themed map. I'm not gonna waste too much time here, we're gonna give it a C, since it's just World Adventures, but worse. To finish off, the final Sims 3 expansion that came out was Into the Future. This allowed you to, well, go into the future and see what your descendants and the world turn into, be that a utopian paradise or a dystopian nightmare like the one we live in today. It's kinda neat, I guess. As well made as the future maps can be, and the idea is pretty neat, the expansion itself is kinda one note, I suppose. It's something you do once, kinda hang out in the future for a bit, then head back. Because of that, despite how initially cool the idea is, I'm gonna have to put this in B tier. Well, there you have it, the ultimate and undeniable tier list of all Sims 3 expansions. Clearly, this is a very topical and important video that needed to be made. Alright, fine, this video is incredibly unimportant. I don't know, man, I just wanted to make a fun video about something I care about. But hey, if you liked it, why? Well, at least you did, and if it helps you out a bit, then hey, that's just a bonus. I guess that means I did something right after all. So, that was the thing.